Goku vs. Superman is one of the oldest and annoyingly persistent arguments in our corner of geekdom. A lot of people are tired of it because it comes up all the time. I'm tired of it because it doesn't actually make sense for these two characters to fight each other. Not because one would crush the other or because they choose not to fight or something, but because the idea of them being a good matchup literally goes against everything that makes them who they are. Goku's arc, his entire life, is the story of surpassing your limits. The entire series is this endless cycle of Goku working hard, surpassing his limits, and attaining a new form, only to eventually hit a wall and have to work hard to surpass his limits again. And the whole process repeats itself forever. That's why no matter how strong Goku gets, no matter what new form he achieves, he'll never reach his full potential, because he's not designed to have one. Even the character himself rejects the idea of ever reaching any kind of upper limit. Goku has never once talked about wanting to become as strong as he could ever possibly be, just that he wants to get stronger. He wants to improve and keep improving endlessly, and the fact that he can actually do that would seem to mean that he'd clearly either defeat Superman as is, or gain a new form that can. Except that ignores the point of Superman's character. In a way, Superman is the opposite of Goku. His story isn't about starting out weak and working to attain more power. His story is about already having all of the power and trying to be normal despite it. His arc, his entire life, is the story of a god of infinite power who was raised by normal people and just wants to be one. It's why the Superman identity even exists. His actions as Superman are him trying to give back to the world and make it a better place, so the world will accept him as a part of it. He doesn't wear a mask as Superman because he doesn't want people to think he has anything to hide. He wants people to trust him and not see him as the alien that he biologically is. He doesn't want his power to make him an outsider, and I've always liked that famous quote from the last episode of Justice League Unlimited as a way to sum up that feeling. I feel like I live in a world made of cardboard, always taking constant care not to break something, to break someone, never allowing myself to lose control even for a moment or someone could die. For Goku, the challenge derived from being powerful comes from how hard it'll be to get more powerful, or what to do when you find someone who already is more powerful. For Superman, the challenge derived from being powerful comes from the fact that he has so much power, the simple act of him walking down the street or bumping into someone when he's not paying attention could have horrific consequences. The story and drama of Superman comes from how he handles this power and still manages to live among us, helping when he can. All of this is why I think it's fundamentally absurd to argue about which of these characters would win in a fight, because despite having a list of things in common, they're a terrible matchup. Goku's defining trait is that he'll never have enough power, and Superman's is that he already has too much. And both of those are fine, because both serve the kind of stories each character was designed to tell. Goku will always get stronger without ever reaching an actual endpoint, because that's what his character is for. He's there to be a perpetual example of how hard work and determination can pay off. Superman will always have infinite power, which threatens to be a barrier between him and the world he wants to be a part of, so he puts on a costume and tries to use that power to give hope to both the people of Earth and to himself. Hope that he doesn't have to be an outsider. You can try to compare their power level numbers, but there's no point. You can try to compare their feats, but that gets ridiculous real quick. So instead of arguing over who can punch who the hardest and what color their hair would be at the time, ask yourself, does it even make sense to compare these two in this way? The answer's no. What's the one argument that drives you crazy that the rest of fandom won't leave alone? Let's talk about it in the comments below. Thank you as always for watching. I'll talk to you again soon.